Hello everyone, welcome to the first installment of a new series I've been working on for you folks, Wargame Tips and Tactics. It will be primarily aimed towards people who already have a basic understanding of Wargame's mechanics and gameplay, and want to learn some more advanced tricks and maneuvers to pull off in-game to get an edge on their opponent. And what better way to start the series than one of the most underused and underrated mechanics in game, smoke. When used appropriately, smoke can allow you to turn the tide of battle in your favor, and overcome obstacles you wouldn't have been able to. It's one of the most powerful tools to manipulate the battlefield in your arsenal, and its capabilities are often overlooked. For those that aren't familiar with smoke usage, smoke can be deployed from nearly all tube artillery pieces in-game, as well as a few select MLRS systems. A unit's ability to deploy smoke will be indicated by the smoke tag on the respective unit stat card, as is highlighted here. Smoke, when it is deployed, acts to break line of sight, and this can be taken advantage of in a variety of ways. One means in which you can utilize this to your advantage is through changing engagement ranges. For a moment, place yourself in the position of the Op-4 player here, attempting to deal with a much more capable M1A2 Abrams in open terrain with a handful of inferior tanks, whose guns are incapable of penetrating the Abrams armor until they have closed distance. As the Abrams is free to engage them as they attempt to close the gap, it's a slaughter. Op-4's T-80s didn't stand a chance. With proper smoke usage, however, our Op-4 player can get much more utility out of their T-80s by forcing the engagement to occur at a significantly shorter range. By closing the distance without taking casualties, Op-4's numerical superiority allows them to overwhelm the lone M1A2. You can use this tactics with other types of units as well. Screening infantry assaults on forests with smoke can allow you to move infantry across open terrain while minimizing losses, allowing them to get into position to deal with vehicle threats more appropriately with their shoulder-launched AT. Another good way to utilize smoke is to mask your movement, denying your opponent valuable intel on the location of your units, and making it more difficult for them to react to your actions and positioning. In this scenario, careful use of smoke to block my opponent's vision allows me to sneak a recon squad into a much more aggressive spotting position, revealing the location of many of my opponent's units, allowing me to make a more informed plan to deal with my opponent's units composition, as well as making them vulnerable to shelling. The last concept I'd like to leave you with is that of using smoke to prevent engagements from occurring at all, or dividing and conquering your opponents by cutting off their supporting assets. In the situation at hand here, I'd like to deal with my opponent's weaker tank in open ground using my tank that is currently fielded. However, without smoke usage, I am doomed to fail. Infantry ATGM squads positioned in the towns on either side of my tank will make damn sure of that. However, if we use our supporting mortars to lay down smoke screens preventing those ATGM squads from having line of sight to our tank, we can proceed with the engagement as if they weren't present at all. Without line of sight, his supporting assets are useless, and our tank is able to do the job it's meant to without any pesky Conqueror's missiles finding its side. In any scenario where your opponent has supporting assets separated by even a fairly small distance from his other units, you can utilize this method to your advantage. A unit cut off from its support will always be more vulnerable than it would be otherwise. If you found this video informative or entertaining, or want to see more videos like it in the future, feel free to let me know, as it'll likely encourage me to put more work into content like this for you in the future. As it currently stands, I have plans to put out a few more videos like this in the coming weeks, and I hope to see you then. Till next time, folks.